Anybody here? I'm very anti-Netflix slop, by the way, but Kate and I have been watching a little Netflix slop. It's a Korean reality show called, I don't even know what the name is. I'll tell you the premise and then you tell me what the name is. It's about people in Korea that are adults, but they are eternally single, so they've never had a serious relationship. And then they go on this show, and it's very much like a terrace house type thing. Better late than single. There you go. Crazy name. They get like a makeover and a little bit of like life coaching for how to talk to people and stuff like that. And then they put them in a terrace house situation for like a week with like 5 guys and 5 girls. The show is pissing me the fuck off, man. Because all the girls are into one guy. And when the guy first started, he was like, I've never had a girlfriend. I'm not confident like talking to people, blah, 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 blah. But now in this little fucking pond where he's getting glazed by 5 ladies every single day, he's become like a total asshole, man. He's instant, he'll like, he keeps telling the women like, oh, you hike and I hike? That's fate. What are the odds? And then, oh, whoa, we both came to get lunch at the same time. That's fate. So the women like fall in love with him because they're like, oh my God, maybe it's like written in the stars to be. And then he's picking other women to go on dates and the ladies are all crashing out. And then all the other dudes in there are like getting no attention, man. They're striking out on the island of eternal singles. I gotta start using that it's fate line. Bro was literally using it for everything, man. Oh, we're both into hiking. What are the odds? Bro, you're Korean. The odds are like 100%. Like, I feel like almost every Korean person I know is into hiking. What the fuck do you mean, what are the odds? I really thought we'd have an easy Spelunky dub today, man. It's one of those things where I think the game's actually, like, you might think it's because the game's too hard for me. But it's actually so easy for me that it's deceptive because I feel like I don't have a need to lock in. You've regressed like crazy? Now, don't talk to me like that dude who says no words a day, okay? The skills are still in there. Have you seen that Eternal Singles show on Netflix? Kate and I are crashing out watching the show. I don't know if anybody else has seen it, so it's kind of like a bit just for us. But the premise of the show is they take men and women, Korean men and women who have never had a serious relationship. They're in their mid-20s to their early 30s. They give them a makeover, they teach them like basics about how to talk to people. Not like, you know, how to flirt necessarily, but like how to show that you're listening, how to respond with something that's relevant to what they said, how not to be rude, stuff like that. And then like 4 days into the show where they're going on dates, the dudes are just like one of the dudes was like, yeah, I think I have a crush on this lady. And they were having a conversation and then she was like, how do you drink your coffee? And then he was like, I like to drink 90. He was literally making a doctor coffee from Base Principles. He was like, I drink 90% of the coffee, then I fill it up with water and I sip on it. And then when it goes down to like 10%, I fill it up with more water so I can have coffee all day. And then she started doing it and he just shut down. He stopped talking to her. He was like, she's way more into this than I am. And I just thought we should pump the brakes on our relationship. And I'm like, what is wrong? No disrespect, you've never had a girlfriend. She's literally trying to like meet you with your insane way of drinking coffee. And you're going, oh, well, now that she's trying to like be on my level, like I don't like her anymore. What'd you think about the smoothie guy? That's the dude I'm talking about. And he comes in as the game changer. He's having a conversation with all the ladies, and the ladies are like, oh, what's it like to be the only man in the room right now? And he said, oh, it's kind of like hanging out with my aunts. Bro, what are you doing? And you're gonna say, oh, he's negging or something like that. No, he's just rude. He's just being rude, which I guess is negging to begin with. But like he's just rude. Like he's openly like, I don't know, he's just being an asshole. The PUBG dev wasn't much better. I literally think like he could be saved if they just didn't give him a makeover that shaved his whole face and made him look like a Michael Jackson figure in Madame Tussauds wax museum. I don't know what they were doing with the makeover, man. They fucked him up with that makeover. Maybe he needed a little trim or something like that, a little trim. But then when they completely like vaporized the hair on his face and then gave him the foundation of like that Taika Waititi has in What We Do in the Shadows, I don't know what they were thinking, man. They fucked him up. He said the most egregious thing in the show, though. Sometimes Kate has it on while I'm doing the dishes, so it's possible I didn't hear that. But you refresh my memory once I run out of stam here, if it ever happens. The only dude I'm really fucking with on the show is the dentist. He laughs nervously, but otherwise he seems to treat people like a human being. He told one girl she should enjoy their date because she definitely wasn't going on another one that day. Oh. Okay, when you phrase it like that, that's pretty bad. Oh man. What's wrong with these men? I don't know, man. I thought like the ladies were gonna be crazy because when they were doing the intros, one of the ladies was like obsessed with one guy from a K-pop band. And they were asking her, they were like, okay, it's your spouse's birthday or your boyfriend's birthday, but it's also the birthday of the guy from the band. What do you do? And she was like, oh, I gotta go see the band. And then one of them was like, I'm obsessed with anime. So I was like, oh, here we go. And then the ladies were really nice and like totally, almost entirely, completely normal. The men were fucking crazy. It's not even like a dating coach thing. I was just like, you have a crush on this girl, and then she's giving behavior that's like, I have a crush on you, and he's like, I don't like you anymore. You never had a girlfriend. Why are you blowing up your own spot? I don't understand. You couldn't roll with it. You couldn't hold your shit together for like 8 days? For 8 days. Not even a week, man. It seems just unfathomable to me. I've got a good feeling about this. Oh shit. Okay, saved. I did watch Culinary Class Wars. That show's actually good. I watch very, very little TV, which is why every show that I've seen in like the past 12 months is essentially like something we put on while eating dinner. I really feel like if it wasn't for the nation of South Korea, Netflix would be like in hell. Anyway, also, I didn't even mention this, but bills must be paid jogged my memory. We watched another episode of that Korean reality TV show last night, Better Late Than Single, which I always want to say Better Dead Than Single, which is not what it's called, okay? But it just keeps trying to slip out, and I don't even believe that that's necessarily true. But we watched another episode. Don't even get me started on, is it Taehoon? Because I was going off on him a little bit last time. This time, he goes out on a date with the girl that he's got a crush on and that's got a crush on him. She says, hey, have you checked your mailbox? And then he goes, why would I do that? And she goes, maybe someone sent you a letter. And then he goes, did you send me a letter? And then she goes, yeah, I did. And then he goes, well, now I'm definitely not gonna check it. Are you fucking stupid? Dude, what are you talking about? Why are you just being a dickhead? I don't understand. I was firing lasers out of my eyes at this man. I just don't understand why he's rage baiting on a show where a guy who's never had a girlfriend is trying to get a girlfriend. And now he's literally like, they have 8 days or something to meet these people. There's 6 women, 6 men. It's not like there's 100, right? And he's like, you're my number one, and I don't change my mind easily. Then a day later, he's like, well, if you like me, then, whoa, pump the brakes, lady, it's going a little too fast. What are you talking about, man? And don't even get past the controller. And don't even get me started on Hyukjun, who at least, I mean, he's got a little bit of charisma, I wouldn't deny that, but the way he's putting ladies in the fridge to come back for later, okay? We don't respect that around here. I haven't seen the whole episode or the whole series yet. I think there's one more episode left. I hope they all walk out and say none of these fucking guys. We will become spinsters rather than, well, and okay, Jinwoo's okay. Jinwoo's all right, and the dentist is pretty good. And the guy who's very shy, I got nothing against him. He seems like a pure soul. And the PUBG guy, literally, they never even gave him a fair shake because they waxed his face. They waxed the facial hair off his face, even though he's in his 30s. So he looks like he has the skin of like a baby, which is normally a compliment, but also at the same time, he was looking good with a little bit of scruff. And then they gave him foundation that's like 8 shades too white for his natural skin tone, so he looks like he's in a wax museum. Like they fucked him up on the makeover, and now they got him sleeping under tables and shit, going like maybe I'm aromantic, which will be fine, but I think that he's just having a bad week. It's really just the 2 guys that are really pissing me off. But even then, I thought that Casanova would be the most annoying. But it's definitely the guy who's like, yeah, I like you. I could see being in a relationship with you. Oh, you like me? Well, I'll just like, I hate you now. Like, I don't understand he's rage baiting on the show. Aromantic, nah, he's just having a bad week. You're frying me. Well, he's literally like crawled up in the fetal position under desks and shit, going like, maybe I'm gonna die alone and that's all right. But I think I gotta remember, it's only been like 5 days since he came into the house in the first place. Like, I don't think he means that. I think he's just in a delicate and vulnerable place because they fucked him up on the makeover. KoreaBoo.com, viral Netflix show contestant gets grilled for makeover. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's about J-So, who honestly seems like a nice guy. A, nice guy. B, is like one of the first like 20 employees of Bluehole or something like that. So probably literally lives in a house in Seoul, even though he does say he sleeps in his office. but he could live in a house in Seoul or something like that. Is it good or bad to be in a house in Seoul? It's amazing to be in a house in Seoul because it's 99% apartments. If you live in a house in Seoul, your dad must own like 80% of the private shares in Samsung or something. He must be the Laoban of a chaebol. I'm kind of mixing metaphors there, but you get the idea. Yeah, he's got to own a hospital or something. Or 2 gigs of RAM. These days. Also, this is like, I mean, I'm not trying to be an asshole about it, but on this show, like, there's 6 men and 6 women. And they're saying stuff like, I don't think I could be, like, in a long-term relationship with this person. Bro, there's 6 people. Like, they're not saying find a spouse. They're going, like, could you just get along and have, like, a decent time with one of them for 4 days so we can film this fucking charade, and then whatever happens outside of the village is like, that's up to you. Like, why? You're putting it way too much importance on like every single interaction, man. I didn't see the first season, but I've heard that in the first season they were bad at dating, like you said, because I'm echoing exactly what you said. And in the second season, it's just, especially the men, the women are fine, man. The men are just like, I don't know how to talk to a person respectfully. I am incapable of hearing what someone is saying, digesting the meaning, and then replying in a relevant way that's not condescending or insulting or like, they're just talking as if they were raised solely in like bad faith arguments online. And also, to be fair, it's just the one guy. It's mostly just the one guy. You should watch Widow's Bay so I can have another hater. I mean, here's the thing. I would never watch the show just to hate. I already got a show like that. It's called Better Late Than Single. Although we finally finished it. And I've still got a lot of thoughts about what Tae-hoon was doing at the end there. But it's, I'm not... all I'm gonna say is, you fucked up on a Korean reality TV show when the peanut gallery, the terrace house style hosts that they have commenting on everything, when they are starting to defend you. Because I know that what went on in their head, they saw something so stupid that they went, if we pile on, it's just going to make the abuse that this guy gets from the people watching online 10 times worse. So they at first they went, why would you ever do that? And then they all slowly walked it back and went, well, when he explained it that way, I sort of understand where he's coming from. Like, they realized that they had to protect this contestant. They had his best interests in mind. What did he do? He's just being a fucking idiot, man. Telling when the girl who he told that he likes is like, I like you back. He's like, well, I don't like you anymore. And then she came and talked to him on the last day, and he was like, well, yeah, the reason I told you I don't like you is because one of the other guys came up to me and said, would you mind if I tried to date her? And it seemed like he liked you more. So I said, okay, why not? So it made, which is not true basically, but made her think that he liked her, but the reason that he stopped pursuing her was the fact that somebody else asked if they could get in first, which is not fucking true, but led to her being like, well, maybe we still have a chance. So she picked him on the last day, and then the other dude, who they actually had a connection with, picked her, but because they didn't pick each other, ships in the night, and then the dude who basically creaked the little door open for himself didn't pick anybody. Just threw a cherry bomb into the whole network of human relations for no reason.
You know, we were watching this Korean dating show on Netflix, and then they had 2 nerdy girls. One was K-pop nerdy girl, and then one was anime nerdy girl. And I asked Ryan, which one is worse, the K-pop nerdy girl or anime nerdy girl? And then Ryan said the anime nerdy girl.
No. I would like to go back on that, because upon giving it more thought, at least with anime, it sounds bad. But if she's watching a lot of anime, she's mostly like staying home. She's not dragging me all over the country to like concerts where I gotta be like, yeah, they were pretty good tonight. Oh, tonight? No, they must have been off their game. I hope they get well soon.
Anime girls will probably take you to conventions, and then you'll get super COVID.
That's a negative,
True.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a negative.